I'm Joanna DeCellis, editor of CNRB Chef to Chef magazine. I'm here today with Lance Cook, executive chef of Hammock Dunes Club. Thanks for joining us today, Chef.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me a little bit about Hammock Dunes.
Hammock Dunes is a private community in Palm Coast, right on the ocean. We have two clubhouses, one clubhouse right on the ocean, and then the other club right on the intercoastal. 645 members. We do about 1.7 million in food and beverage operations, and been there for about going on a year now.
So you have a pretty impressive pedigree as far as your background. What brought you to Hammock Dunes?
Really, before me was a gentleman, Jason Hall, CMC. Y'all might know him.
Yeah.
But I knew that he had the support of his club when he went through the CMC, and so that's my goal. I want to change that middle initial from an E to an M to be CMC, and getting the support from the club is huge. And having somebody that has gone through that process with this club was great. And then also to be located right by the ACF headquarters, that doesn't hurt either.
That helps.
That's right.
Now, you were featured in our magazine recently in Chef to Chef.
Yes, and thank you.
How has that been received? Are your members super proud about that, or what's kind of the
very
feedback
much
that you've
so.
gotten?
I mean, they were very surprised and intrigued, and when I handed them a magazine that they could check out, they were lit up. So they were excited, and it's a great kind of branding effort on my end as far as just publicizing kind of the history of my workmanship and stuff like that. So.
Very cool. So you have a very large family.
I do.
And you also run a very successful and large club. So how do you kind of balance between work and life?
It's tough, and I've been cooking for over 25 years now. Graduated from the CIA back in '96, and still struggle with that from time to time. But any moment that I get away from the club is always spent with the family. So I'm kind of always rushing back to them to spend time with them. So it's pretty neat.
Yeah. So what has been the most valuable piece of advice you've ever been given as a chef?
The biggest thing is make things happen. Don't wait for them to happen. That was one of my biggest even upbringings, growing up and, going for Eagle Scout and stuff like that. I was always pushed to do better and do more and do well. So.
Yeah. What about your favorite kitchen hack?
There's so many of them. From hitting a pomegranate with a wooden spoon to have the seeds pop out.
Does that actually work?
It does.
I'm gonna have to try that.
There's a lot of people that actually, sit there and pick the membrane out, but you actually cut it right in half and take a wooden spoon and smack the back of it, and they'll pop out. So right out of the membrane. So, but there's so many tricks. There's white wine, a little capful of white wine and consommé makes it sheen. So some different things. But
very cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Chef. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.